In this episode of Manufacturing.NET's Newswire, a lab to train the next generation of engineers and designers, the answer to those flickering fluorescent tube lights, and delayed food safety reforms.
We'll also take a brief look at the future of localized manufacturing, Microsoft's plans for the future of Windows, and unveil the airplane of the future. Welcome, we're your hosts, Anna Wells.
And I'm John MNet. Additive manufacturing has been around since the 1970s and has a huge potential for revolutionizing the way we make objects. With that said, the University of Connecticut and Pratt & Whitney have created one of the most advanced additive manufacturing laboratories in the country that focuses on powder bed technologies. The new Additive Manufacturing Innovation Center at UConn will serve as an important resource for training the next generation of engineers and designers. Beyond students and faculty, this new lab also gives businesses access to hands-on training and the ability to conduct research.
The proverbial glow of commercially available light boasting better than 200 lumens per watt efficacy can be seen radiating over the horizon. US startup Green Ray LED claims to have the world's most efficient LED lighting product, a replacement for a T8 type fluorescent tube, which emits a remarkable 173 lumens per watt. Green Ray LED already has competition, however, because Philips has announced a prototype LED lamp at 200 lumens per watt. The prototype is also tube-shaped, which Philips calls T-LED. The company claims the T-LED is a warm white product and won't be ready for a commercial launch until 2015.
A federal judge is siding with two California advocacy groups in ruling that the FDA must set a new timetable to implement delayed food safety reforms. The case stems from the Food Safety and Modernization Act passed by Congress in 2011. The act created a sweeping set of rules that will allow the FDA to order recalls and make it easier to trace contaminated food. Congress mandated the FDA enact the new rules within 18 months, but the pending lawsuit alleges the agency failed to meet the deadlines and sued in 2012.
In a recent video interview from The Atlantic, Neil Gershenfeld, director of the MIT Center for Bits and Atoms, and Robert Atkinson, founder and president of the Information Technology and Innovation Foundation, argue about the role of localized 3D printing in manufacturing's tomorrow. Gershenfeld argues that production for the masses has limits, but small-scale production of customized goods at small batch orders could break through these barriers. Gershenfeld concedes Atkinson's argument that localized manufacturing cannot compete with the productivity of large manufacturing, but believes that there is a place for household-sized manufacturing plants. According to the latest manufacturing business survey from the Institute for Supply Management, although U.S. manufacturing has declined in March, it continues a positive push into 2013. The PMI registered 51.3%, indicating expansion in manufacturing for the fourth consecutive month, but at a slower rate. Brad Holcomb, chair of the Business Survey Committee, says the drop in the PMI expansion is a normal variation. According to Holcomb, quote, "If you look at the first quarter, we're on a very good track. This is perhaps a little bit of a pause."
Microsoft will cut the cord on Windows XP April 8th next year. After the deadline, Microsoft will no longer issue security updates or offer telephone support for the software. Windows XP users will still be able to use the software after the deadline, though they leave their systems open to security exploits. By the time XP is no more, there may already be another version of the OS newer than Windows 8. Microsoft is working on the next version of Windows, codenamed Blue, due out mid-2013. Microsoft is also moving away from the Big Bang Windows release schedule and pushing towards yearly updates for Microsoft's operating system designed to make it more competitive against rival platforms Apple and Google. And finally, it's mission accomplished for the experimental X-48C aircraft. The distinctly shaped machine made the last of 30 flights as backers Boeing and NASA sought to show how well a blended wing body aircraft could perform. The X-48C program is tied to NASA's Environmentally Responsible Aircraft project, which is geared towards developing futuristic airplanes that burn less fuel, spew fewer emissions, and make less noise.
The X-48C is essentially a seamless triangle in which there is no separation between wings and fuselage. Boeing and NASA hope that within 15 to 20 years, the concept could be developed into military aircraft for cargo carrying and aerial refueling missions. That's it for today. Check out the site daily for news, videos, blogs, and articles, and to sign up for our daily e-newsletter.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and join the conversation on LinkedIn. Thanks for joining.